There are things we never tell anyone that stay buried deep inside the chest, like a secret that aches in silence, like a smile that no longer feels real. I learned to measure every single word, to swallow everything I wanted to say. Little by little I became smaller, without noticing I was fading away. I walked through my home like a minefield, calculating the toll, the time, the place. I became an expert at disappearing, just so I wouldn't have more pain to face. And whenever the pain would rise, they told me I was overreacting. It was all in my head. I started believing that unfamiliar voice, until the only voice left was the one he said. But now I see myself inside the mirror and recognize the signs I ignored. These are ties that hurt deep inside me. These are chains that I carry before. It's not love when it erases who you are. It's not love when you lose yourself instead. It's not love when it feeds upon your pain. It's not love, it never was love. There's a kind of exhaustion sleep can't heal, an emptiness that settles in your chest. It's when doubt slowly turns into routine, and home no longer feels like a place to rest. People looked at me and said, "You've changed," but I no longer knew who I had become. I lost myself piece by piece in silence, behind a door forever closed and numb. And every boundary I tried to place became proof that I was too hard to love. I started learning that asking for respect was somehow asking for too much. But now I see myself inside the mirror and recognize the signs I ignored. These are ties that hurt deep inside me. These are chains that I carry before. It's not love when it erases who you are. It's not love when you lose yourself instead. It's not love when it feeds upon your pain. It's not love, it never was love. I spent so much time believing that somehow all the fault was mine, that if I changed myself a little more, maybe he would love me this time. But real love never humiliates, never punishes, disappears, then returns again. Real love never makes you believe that you deserve less than the bare minimum. Recognizing it is not weakness, it's the first time I am choosing me. It's looking directly into the pain and deciding this won't be the end of me. The broken pieces that still remain are mine, and I can still rewrite my story now. The woman I was before all of this is still alive, and she can return somehow. Deep inside me, but proof that somehow I stayed alive. What I feel today is not weakness, it is clarity, the start of myself. These ties once wounded me deeply, but they will not hold me forever. I am still here, I can still become who I was. Ties that once held me down will not define how my story ends. I am still here, I can still become who I was. I am still here.